All right, so today we're going to work on just a simple way to create cartoon character. And I'm just going to use some basic shapes. Now, I'm just going to make an original character, so I'll use my imagination and kind of be thinking about how I'll change the object as I lay it down. So I'm just going to start with a circle. Now, sometimes when I do this, I'll just use a pen because I've been drawing long enough, I'm pretty comfortable with it. But I'm using a pencil for today because I'm gonna want to erase some things. So I would suggest for you guys, until you get really comfortable, just start out with a pencil. That way you can, use the eraser. So what I'm gonna do first is just kind of base my design off the circle. So I've got like this little shape, and this could end up being the body shape or a head shape. It all depends on how big I'm drawing. So I got a basic circle. I drew lightly, but I'm going over my lines just to kind of make them sketchy. I'll use that for the body, I guess. And then I'll come up here and I'll use another circle and kind of make like a head shape. So, I've got like a shape I could use for the head, a shape for the body, and they're just basic circles, those shapes that we've learned before. So I'm gonna kind of maybe come in here. I don't know why I'm coming off here. I'm just gonna make like a cylinder type shape to begin with. Then I'll have another one kind of popping up this way. And just maybe like a little cylinder. Let's see, for the legs, I want my person kind of moving. You notice I've got like a good diagonal line where the arms go. So I want a little bit of motion. So I'll have the legs kind of coming off. I'm gonna use that triangle technique that I showed you in the earlier videos. I'm gonna have a leg coming off here, and maybe the foot will be there. And then, let's say, I don't know, let's have another leg. Maybe coming this way. And then doing, let's kick it back that way so it looks like this person's, or character. It might not be a person. I don't know what it's going to be right now. Let's make it look like they're in motion, they're active, all right? I've got this character just doing this. Now, I like drawing monsters, so probably what I'm going to do, is make my character a monster. And they could be good monsters, bad monsters. It doesn't matter. It all depends on what you want to draw. But I like to kind of do those monster characters for some reason. I can't tell you why. I just like drawing them. So I'm going to kind of set up that face here very lightly. So I'm going to have my monster with a kind of like a big mouth and have it set off to the side there a little bit. Maybe kind of like that. It's kind of crooked, but I'll fix it up in a minute. So let's see. If I want more motion, I think I'm going to go in here. And instead of having that be where my hand would be, I'm going to have it coming up so that I can make an elbow there, okay? So I'm just going to erase. Now the whole idea of this is not for you to copy what I'm doing, but just to kind of show you the process so that you can create your own characters. Now that I'm looking at it, I don't like the way that mouth is doing, and I really don't care for the nose either, so I'm changing it, okay? So let's go, let's do a nose that turns up. See, and I'm just using simple shapes. These are lines, circles, things like that. It's really easy to do this stuff if you just kind of think about it while you're working on it. Oh yeah, this mouth I like a little bit better. So I'll keep it, and then just like these things will be like the eyebrows. I'm gonna just darken the eyes up a little bit, those circles. So let's go in here. Maybe I'm gonna give my dude, I'm gonna have his mouth open, so I'm gonna give him like a big tooth popping up. Okay, kind of like a, I don't know, like ogre or orc or something like that. I don't know. We'll just see what happens. Then I'll go through and kind of make the mouth shape and put in a couple more sharp teeth in there. Kind of like that, okay? So now I'll go through and kind of figure out I can use this line where I made a long brow. I can use that for part of the ear now. And I can come in here and do that. So I got a dude that's got like one of those hook or pointy type ears, okay? So I'll kind of clean it up a little bit and I'll give him a chin and boom, there we go. Look at that, there's a head and I'll keep that part right there like it is. So I can use that for a head. Maybe shade that in so it shows the darkness where the mouth is open just a little bit. He's just got a got that one long tooth, okay? So now I'll just go through and start checking the body. Now where I got the arms, I'm gonna go in and start drawing these little circle or half circle shapes. And that's gonna kind of make the muscles for this guy, because I'm gonna make him short and stocky, like a little bitty, I don't know, small muscular character. So I'm gonna go ahead and start doing that. So you see I'm just drawing these circles over top of what I already have, and it's gonna kind of help me set it up pretty good. Now this dude's gonna be wearing a tank top. Yo, that's a good idea. So I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna start drawing out a shape for a tank top. I'm gonna keep him fat, and I'm gonna have a tank top real tight right there around his belly. Okay, so I got this guy with a tank top going here. So what I'm gonna do now, where the legs are, I'm just gonna draw back over the top of that. So you see how I did up top? That main circle shape is still there. All I did was do like the little cut off sleeve area for the tank top. And then this will be like the bottom of the tank top, you know? So this is where the dude's like the middle of his belly. And then this right here is coming down, so that actually would be more open, kind of like, let's see, it would kind of be like this. So let me erase part of that so you can see what's happening, okay? Remember, this is all about editing. So where the tank top is, inside this area here, I'm just gonna clean that up a little bit to help you visualize what's going on. Now, typically, I wouldn't do it like this. I would go ahead and kind of draw out everything and build it up first. I'm gonna go inside the face too and clean some of this up. I would kind of draw everything out and build it up first, and then I would clean up the drawing after I inked it. But I think it'll help you guys if I clean up more of it first now, so you can kind of see what's happening. So I'm going into the arm, and you see that's right here, where those two shapes, those two round shapes touch. I'm going to erase part of that out. Now, if some of it's left over, that's not a problem, because I'm going to use it for some shadow or whatever anyways. And, ooh, draw my pencil. So right there, I need to make that more pointy. So that's like the shoulder, that's the bicep, and this is the elbow, and this is where the forearm is coming down, okay? Hadn't drew the hands yet. I'm gonna save them for a little bit later. So you see how it looks like an arm kind of cocked back moving? I'm gonna do the same thing over here. So I'm just gonna kind of clean up the middle with my eraser and edit it out. Now, if you guys are using that digital sketch app, it'd probably be a little bit easier and look a little bit cleaner, but I'm an old school artist, so I like using the pencil and the paper better, but the digital is awesome. Okay, so now I've got the upper part of the body pretty good. I'll go back in and fix the face in a minute, but I'm gonna go in here and do some shorts on. See, right now, all we can see is like these triangle shapes in the bottom of that circle I left. I'm gonna give him some shorts, man. I'm gonna have him wearing like some crazy shorts. I'm gonna come right up in here, and then I'm gonna go there and just kind of do what's called roughing out the drawing. So it's just rough sketch lines. But now in here, look, I go edit now, and I can take out with my eraser. So realistically, if you think about what I'm doing, all I did was make one of those little gesture drawings with basic shapes, just like we learned in a previous lesson. And now I'm going in and kind of adding some other simple shapes over top of it. Look at that. That looks like shorts now, okay? And then I'm gonna go in here, I'm gonna let his knee pop out, and I'm gonna give him some like thick, kind of muscular legs, because he's gonna be like a little short ogre or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So now I'm gonna go to his ankle, and then for his feet, what am I gonna do? Let's see, maybe I put him some, I don't know, what can I do with his feet? Let's go here, let's put him some toes and stuff. Let's have him barefooted, and we'll do some crazy toes. Now when you're doing a cartoon, remember, it don't have to be realistic. This guy might only have 2 toes. See? He might not have 5 toes like we do, he might have 2. He might not even have toes at all. You could draw him wearing some daggone roller skates or something or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Really, whatever you want to do. So I'm gonna have him having those 2 crazy toes. And I'm gonna put like a big toenail on there. Ooh, that's weird looking. Ooh, that's weird. Cool. I'm gonna change that. Turn the curve. Boom. I'll do the same thing here. And have his little like toenails kind of popping out there. So make them. So it looks like he's barefooted. That's a weird looking dude, bro. All right, so now I'm gonna go up to like the hands, and all I'm gonna do is kind of, I don't know, let's have his hands, maybe I'll have him close up into fists. So I'll use like a simple curve. So that's just a curve, and I can even break it down further and have it broken down into 2 ovals that I can connect, okay? And that's the thumb. So as it's holding itself over. All right, so that's a thumb. So as I darken it up, you'll kind of see how that happens. Then I'll edit. And then I'll just pretend like, let's say this guy only has 2 fingers too. So he's got 2 fingers on the thumb. So I can do a bump here and a bump here and then come down into the hand. And then all I need to do is make those kind of like ovals type shapes for where his hand is curved this way, okay? So I'm gonna just do that with them, make those 2 bumps, and then I'll clean this up just a little bit, just so I can see the edge a little bit better, all right? And then I'll go over here and I'll do the same thing. So now, the way it's set up here, I'd be seeing the back of his hand because he's all kind of twisted up or whatever. So I'll probably draw the hand shape first, and I'll typically do something kind of like a triangle, right? But I don't want to do sharp points on it, so I'll round them off. So I'll round it off there and do a bump, and I'll round it off there and do a bump. So now what we got, if I erase that triangle out, I just got like the back of a fist that looks like this. Then I'll just have to go in there and put like a little half curve for that knuckle. So it looks like this dude has got his fist balled up, and maybe maybe he's running away from something right now. Okay, we don't know, man. We're just drawing a little cartoon dude. All right, so we got this crazy cartoon looking ogre orc guy, and he's got his oh man, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put some sunglasses on this guy. That gave me an idea. So I'm gonna just have him wearing some crazy like shades or something. So let's go in here and do this and have him set up this way. So I can erase those. I don't know, just using your imagination, you know what I'm saying? So where that curve is, where his nose was, is still there. And we'll do like his little nostril holes there. But I'll just use the edge of my pencil and put some little dark areas in there and leave some space. Now, this is kind of the same technique that we did whenever we're working with the windows on the buildings and those drawings, you know. And I'll leave those white areas for highlights. So I'll just kind of come in and maybe put a little detail in the ear. And now I got like a pencil version of like this little fat orc dude. I'll erase that and open it up. That's kind of maybe doing a race, okay? So that's the pencil version. I'll show you how to ink in just a second, okay? So we'll take a look at this.